So you're ready to start a blog. You sorted out your domain name, you sorted out what audience you'll be targeting, you sorted out what niche you'll be focusing for your blog. But there's still one more essential ingredient before you publish your blog, and that is hosting. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking to you about what hosting means, different type of hosting platforms that are available, and then free or paid hosting. Which do you go for? Which is best suited for your blog? Welcome back to Band Today. Like I said, in this video I'm going to be talking to you about hosting, what it means, the different hosting platforms that are available, and then free or paid hosting, which do you go for, which is best suited for your blog. So first off, what is hosting? I want you to think of hosting like a particular location. So your domain name is the address, and that address has to have a physical location. You don't just type in an address into Google Map and then it takes you nowhere. No, it has to have somewhere physical that is going to produce what you're expecting to see. And basically that is what hosting is. You can also think about it as you having a 9-year-old kid. At the beginning of the day, you unveil a pack of toys for your kid to play with, and then once it's time for bed, you pack these toys together back into a box. That box is hosting. It's what packs and takes care of these toys, and then once you need to play with these toys, you bring them out, and then when you're done, you put them back in. So hosting basically is what houses all of your web data, everything, your content, images, is what houses it on the internet. So when I go on the internet and I type, or any search engine, and I type in your web address, in my case my website or my blog, honeydropsblog.com, once I type that into any search engine, my hosting provider serves up everything that I have on my website that I want my audience to see. So basically that is what hosting is. So paid or free hosting, what's the difference between both of them? So free hosting basically is, as the name implies, free. You don't pay anything to get your website hosted. All you need to do is just go to your hosting provider, tell them that you need a website, and they drum it up for you. This is what platforms like WordPress, Instagram, Medium, Substack, this is what they do. So you just go into the website and then you fill in some questions, fill in some form, tell them what's your domain, what domain name you want, and then they give you everything for free. You're not paying for your domain name, you're basically not paying for hosting, you're not paying for anything, but you get access to a website. This is what platforms like Linktree does, this is what platform like Mainstack does. So if you want to identify a fully hosted website, you can say it's something like my former blog's name, which was honeydrops.blog.wordpress.com. I never really liked it, and I'm happy now that I've moved from that domain name to this one, www.honeydropsblog.com. So that's basically how you see it. Same for my newsletter, honeydrops.substack.com, theseller.substack.com, or my Medium account, medium.com/my username. So basically when you see sites like that, you know that this is freely hosted. And then what are the advantages of freely hosted blogs? Like I've said, it's free. That's number one. It's free, and then you're not paying for anything. Basically, you have access to, you know that your website is secure because your hosting provider basically handles security for you. They handle backup for you. You are not worried about any technical issue because the hosting provider is taking care of all of that for you. But then what are the limitations? There's a limit to how far you can customize your freely hosted blog. Recently, Medium sent out a mail to all of its users. I don't know about any other person, but I got one saying our customization features are going to be removed. So I had this green-like feel or theme on my Medium account, but now that is happening, it's going to just be plain black and white. So you see, you have little control as to how customization works. Another thing is you cannot just wake up one day and say, oh, I want to install this theme, I want to install this plugin. Those are the limits that you face when you're dealing with a freely hosted account. When I was using a WordPress free hosted blog, I had such limitations. I wanted to try out SiteKit, wanted to try out Google Analytics, Google Search Console, but there's a limit because I could not install such plugins. I had to just make do with Jetpack, which was provided by WordPress or Automatic, right? So I cannot just say I want to install this plugin, I want to add this new theme. I fancy this new theme, and then I'll add it. No, it's not possible. Those are the limitations that you face with your freely hosted blog. The major limitation for me and very big disadvantage is you don't have control. And this time, control in the sense that the hosting provider can decide at any point to, take over your blog. Nothing belongs to you really, because you've made no investment towards it. So you can just wake up one day and say, oh, you've broken our rules, get out of this website. Literally, you don't have access to it anymore. Once I was scrolling on Facebook, and then I read of a guy who has been running a blogspot account for as long as he could. It was free, he never paid a dime, and then suddenly he no longer had access to that account. So his blog was gone. 12 years worth of work disappeared. And then with your freely hosted blog, there are also limits to how you can monetize your blog. For example, WordPress serves ads on freely hosted blogs, right? Once your user sees once your user sees your website, WordPress is serving them ads, and then you don't get anything in return for it. Meanwhile, you cannot just serve up display ads. You might try affiliate links, but if you're interested in display ads, you will not be able to do that on your freely hosted blog. Alright, so for paid hosting requires some sort of financial investment from you. So you pay for your domain name, and then you pay for hosting, and then there are different type of hosting available. On my hosting provider, I get access to either Linux hosting, cloud hosting, or WordPress hosted blogs. So like I've said, paid hosting requires some sort of financial investment or commitment from you, and it all depends on your budget. You can pay as little as $5 or 5,000 naira if you're in Nigeria, and you can pay as much as $500, $1,000, 1 million naira. Actually, it depends on what you want and what budget you have in mind for your blog or website. So what are the advantages of paid hosting? Paid hosting, you get full control. You have access to add as much themes as you would like. If you decide to add or install 1,000 themes on your blog, you can go ahead and do it. If you decide to add 1,000 plugins, you can go ahead and do it. So you have full access and full control of your blog. You can manage it as much as you like, and in some cases you get priority support from the customer service of your hosting provider. So as soon as you need help, you get it. But then the backside of this is you're in charge of your website all round. Security is on you, backup is on you. So you're not just paying for hosting, you get to pay for a whole lot of other services: security, backup, SEO features, anything you want, anything you need, you pay for it. Nothing is free in Freetown, they say. Alright, so which is best suited for your blog or your website? It actually depends on what you want, the amount of control you want, how much you want your blog to be available, what you need in terms of ownership, and what your budget allows you to do. You can either get free or paid hosting, but then you should also think about how you want to come across as a professional, right? So like I said previously, my blog was named honeyjobs.blog.wordpress.com. I never really liked it. It was quite lengthy. Sending it to recruiters or just anybody to have access to my portfolio, I always felt a certain way about it. It did not just come out as professional, right? So moving to www.honeyjobsblog.com, I feel more satisfied. I feel more like a professional. I can show off my skills in terms of handling analytics, handling search console, any other plugin or platform that will be required of me. And you don't want to have a portfolio website and then you are having a lot of backends, unnecessary rambling, I need to say. Okay. And then of course you're in charge of all of your traffic. So for a while, users of social media platforms have had to be using link building tools like Linktree, Mainstack for their Instagram to host a lot of links, but now that is gone. So previously when you had all these link building tools, all the traffic you're getting did not belong to you, right? Like I said, you don't get to monetize with a free hosted blog. All this traffic belongs to those providers. But now that Instagram or other social media platforms have allowed us to add as much links as possible. You can add any of your platform and then your traffic belongs to you, comes to you directly. There's no need to go through any back end platform. Although it's also quite easy, like it's quite easy to build on this platform, especially for those that are still learning customization or web development. It's actually cool to go through all of this process. So like I've said, it depends on you, what you want as a professional, what your budgets can allow, your availability, and what support services you require when it comes to building a website or a blog. So what services are available for you as a blogger? What platforms can you use to host your blog or website, either free or paid? So if you're getting a free hosted blog, you can use services like Blogger, WordPress, Medium, Substack. You can also use your social media platforms. And if you're also getting a paid hosting plan, you can also use Substack. You can use Google, you can use WordPress, and then there are web hosting service providers like GoDaddy, Namecheap, Google Host, amongst others. So it depends on you and depends on what you want. I hope this video will help you making the right choice in what you need as a blogger or for a website, either paid or free. If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to like it, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and share to your blogger friends who need it. If you also need to speak to me in any way, I'll drop links to my newsletter and to my Instagram page. Feel free to send me a message whenever you can. Thank you, and